Hey guys. Hey guys, sorry if I look busted. I'm in the middle of filming a different video, or I started filming it like 2 weeks ago, writing a short story, but I don't want to do that right now. So instead, I wanted to show you, look at what I got. So freaking cool. I got the Stardew Valley cookbook, and I've been eyeballing it since I got it, and I've been thinking, well, if anyone is familiar with like Julie and Julia, which was like this memoir of this horrible woman, they made a movie and it had like Amy Adams and Meryl Streep. I can't remember. Basically, you know, Julia Child, like the fancy French cook lady, she had the cookbook, the masterful art of cooking. I don't remember what it's called, but anyway, so then there was this blogger back in, I guess, like the 2000s, Julie Powell, I think. Anyway, she took the cookbook and then she went through and did all of the recipes in like a year or something. I don't know, and she just blogged her experience doing all this cooking, and I was like, yo, I should do that with Stardew Valley. But I'm actually not sure I'm going to do that because the thing about Stardew Valley, it's got all of its nice recipes with all the fruits and the vegetables that you do in the game. But also in the game, since you have like cows and chickens and stuff, you don't really have the option to eat beef or chicken or anything like that. You do eat fish. I don't eat seafood. So a lot of the recipes in here are seafood. I don't know. But right now, I want cake or something. I think there's like a pink cake recipe in here. Hold on. Let me see. So there's obviously pink cake on the cover. I think in the game you use like melon or something to make the pink cake. But yeah, this is so cool and cute and I love it. It's divided up. Well, that's the other thing. It's divided up by the season, starting in spring, ending in winter. And it is currently spring right now. It is March 26th. So we had the equinox several days ago. Okay, yes, pink cake. Yellow cake with a watermelon strawberry jam filling. I can't do that because I don't have watermelon. Oh, but it's so cute. It's so cute. The design of everything is so pretty and adorable, and it's got like little notes from the different characters that love it. So there's a little thing from Haley. Fiddlehead risotto. See, I need to figure out how to get fiddleheads and like rhubarb and things like that. I mean, I think rhubarb is probably easier to find than the fiddlehead ferns. But look at the pretty pictures. Okay, anyway, I want a dessert right now. I have work in a couple hours and I want to make myself something nice in the meantime. Is rice pudding like it's a dessert, isn't it? But I don't know. Rhubarb pie? Okay, so it seems like rhubarb pie and maybe rice pudding are like the spring recipe, like the spring dessert recipes. So I'm just gonna look around until I find something. Fruit salad, tropical curry. I just unlocked that recipe in the actual game. Can we get a heck yeah? Ooh, do they have a chocolate cake? Blueberry tart? Again, I don't have blueberries. So that's a challenge, figuring out what to make when I literally have nothing in my house. All right, this is such a boring clip. I'm going to be so pissed that I left all this in. Blackberry cobbler. Should I pretend it's fall and make pumpkin pie? I think the chocolate cake recipe is in the winter. Where's the chocolate cake? Seafoam pudding? Squid ink. I did not know you could actually eat squid ink. I found the chocolate cake. Wait, hold on. Ooh, there's cookies. Granny's. Evelyn's cookies. Oatmeal chocolate chip. I don't know if I can soften the butter fast enough. Poppy seed muffin. Chocolate cake. Oh my god. But it's actually like a 3-layer cake. I don't have that many pans. I think I might have to do the oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, which means I have to take the butter out immediately. Okay, I'll keep you updated, guys. Okay, guys, I just consulted Reddit as you do. From what I'm seeing, they were like, I'm so stupid, I didn't know that I could just put my butter in warm water and that will soften it. So I'm going to put my butter in this Ziploc. We're going to try that because this butter just came out of the fridge. I'm going to do a little zoom, zoom, zoom and get some water going, bro. I hope this works like extremely quickly. I did read the recipe a little bit more. The thing about with this is they look like really cool recipes and I would want to try them, but they're not really recipes that I can just do based on whatever I have in my house because they've got the funky ingredients for one. I guess rhubarb is maybe not not funky to other people, but it is to me. Rhubarb, fiddlehead fern, squid ink, bro. And even for these cookies, they're just trying to make it a little bit fancy for everything, which is cool. But they want oat flour, making your own oat flour. So taking oats and like blending them. I don't have a blender here. I don't have a food processor here. What I do have is a mortar and pestle. It is the tiniest little thing in the world, but it'll make me feel witchy and cool. I have a little time. I have like 3 hours, but I want this to be done early so I don't have to stress out. You know what I'm saying? Wait, you guys, we're so freaking back. Usually when you cook and you're using a recipe, what you're supposed to do is you read the entire recipe and then you start. I don't do that. I might skim the ingredients and then boom boom pow. Sometimes depending on the recipe, I just do whatever I want. It depends how foreign the thing is to me, but it is not uncommon that I'll just start taking creative liberties to begin with. But I'm looking at it, and I was looking at this beautiful picture trying to figure out how I'm going to crush my oats, which I'll do when I glance to the side and it says, to the slightly cooled browned butter. Brown butter means I don't have to soften it. I get to just melt it and brown it, which is awesome. I am so about that. The only thing is don't think I've ever browned butter correctly. I think I've always burned it a little bit. We'll see. But that makes sense because whenever I make cookies, usually I do the browned butter. I don't know. I thought that it was softened butter for some reason, but apparently not. This is going to make this a lot easier. We're going to need unsalted butter. I pretty much exclusively use salted butter. And for the low sodium people, I know that's freaky. Insert supernatural. Sam Winchester.
The house doesn't have salt. Most sodium free.
Butter, oats, all-purpose flour, baking soda, salt, sugar, brown sugar, granulated sugar, egg, vanilla extract. Okay, we need the egg at room temperature, so I gotta go get me some eggs. It's actually 1 large egg plus 1 egg yolk, okay? All right. Oh, you guys can hear me. I forgot because I have this. So you can hear me walking to my fridge. Let's go. I never have to shut up. So, ooh, sorry. Bing, bang, boom, bam. I've got my butter that I started softening, and actually it's starting to get a little bit soft. But that doesn't matter because we're browning this. Wow, it did soften a bit. I mean, it's not completely soft, but I really didn't have it in that long. So for the short period of time I did, it did a good amount. Okay, it wants us next add the oats to a blender and blend until finely ground. 3/4 cup, that's not too bad. I can probably do a 1/4 cup in this. I'll get out my cutesy thrifted mushroom bowl. Oh, I have to move you. I'm so sorry. This is actually so fun. I used to make baking videos just like for my own self, but I haven't done that in a long time, so this is fun. 1/4 cup of oats in my little mortar and pestle. We're gonna see how this goes, see if it's a flop or if it works. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't work. You're just like smushing. Of course, a blender would definitely be easier. Okay guys, kind of unfortunate news. Maybe I'm just too impatient, but this whole mortar pestle thing that I was hoping would be so great, I'm not super impressed by. So what I'm thinking, my next thing I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna try to mince these oats, bro. There's a little bit, it kind of is working, but it's gonna take me way too long. See, you see? Okay, you can't really tell. But if you see like a little bit of dusty dust, that's what's happening. But I do think I'm gonna try to mince it. You may be thinking, what? Open your mind, friend. Open your mind. Also, update on the butter. This is what we're working with. It's definitely, it's definitely not browned yet. I'm kind of scared to leave it on medium. I put it on like closer to low, but I guess I could turn it up a little bit. You just gotta watch it. I don't like burn it black, but I do think sometimes I might just like get it a little bit too brown. I wish I had 2 cameras so I could better do like B-roll kind of thing. Then I could cut between the two instead of like disrupting and jolting you every time I want to. Ooh, this is brownie. I don't think I pressed record on my microphone. Sorry about that. But yeah, so it's like definitely starting to brown. Ooh. Okay. I'm moving it, guys. I took the butter out of the pan so that it can cool. This recipe suggests about 30 minutes, stirring occasionally. Okay, I guess I can do that. Okay, the mortar and pestle, it did a little bit. I think I'm just gonna have like I'm gonna have textured cookies. It'll give it a little something. So maybe this isn't like the completely most accurate, not the most lore accurate. Oh, you wanna see? You want to see what's happening? It's something. And also the surface that I'm cutting on is like super wobbly, so sorry about that. So it's not really fine, it is coarse. So these, like I said, not lore accurate, but we do what we can. It'll be fine. It'll literally be fine. It'll be so good. All right, so now we have to add flour, baking soda, and salt. We're just gonna do 1 cup of flour. You guys want to see? You want to see how horribly I measure my things? Yes, you're supposed to like spoon and level, whatever. That's about a teaspoon of baking soda, and then 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Get this all stirred up and nice, and then I'm going to go check on the butter. Ooh, oh no. All right, it looks darker on the camera. I'm lying to you. It looks that dark in real life. Okay, bro, just look at it in the light. In the light, it looks slightly, no, it still looks pretty brown, but it'll be fine. It's definitely like, I'm gonna taste it actually. I don't know. I feel like it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna add the sugar and stuff to this, and if it is still feeling quite warm, I'm gonna like stick it in the fridge or the freezer or something shortly, and then I'll add the egg yolks and such. What the heck? I'll weigh it. So we need 150 grams of light brown sugar and 100 grams of regular granulated sugar. Oh good, my light brown sugar is completely caked up. I don't know if you can see, just like, hopefully you can. Mixing up my butter and sugar. Here is our butter and our sugar, and there are sugar clumps, but nobody is perfect. Okay, so next we're gonna add our egg yolks and vanilla extract, I believe. So we need 1 egg and 1 egg yolk, and then I'm gonna mix this up. Whisk again until smooth. Okay, wait, it's kind of beautiful. I'm happy to report that it's beginning to smell amazing. You know, you can tell that we've got some cookies in the process of happening right now. Now we're going to add our oat flour. Oh, I should probably preheat the oven. All right, let's preheat it. I'm going to add this. Well, first I'm going to get my spatula, clean the stuff off of this. Yes, I want to lick it off. Yes, I might still. Despite the raw egg, who cares? How often do people actually get salmonella from raw cookie dough? Probably not that often. Okay. We're going to fold until combined. And then I'm going to put in the chocolate chips. Uh-oh, I have to chill the dough. I'm going to turn the oven off. I don't know. I might run out of time, guys. Maybe I can speed it up by putting it in the freezer. It's 11:44. I have 2 hours and 16 minutes. We're fine. 225 grams of semi-sweet chocolate chips. 225 on the dot, bro. Smells awesome. Even just the cookie dough. I'll eat some, but I'll do it off camera, so pretend I don't. But here's our cookie dough. Alright guys, pro tip, dude. Yes, that's a Dan and Phil reference. I did not know this. I don't know, maybe it's whack. I thought it was freaking genius because I always have such a pain with parchment paper. It's always misbehaving. It's always like rolling back up when I want it to lay out. Bro, what you do? And then you uncrumple it. And then when you lay it flat, it lays flat. See, dude? And it stays. Legendary, life-changing, insanity craziness. Oh, cover the dough and chill in the refrigerator until completely firm. At least 1 hour and up to 48 hours. That's after I shape it. Bro, lock it in, bro. Guys, don't look. Bro, if I do it quickly, then I can have it chilling in the fridge. Chilling in the fridge for an hour, and then I might be able to bake them. Okay guys, these are going in the freezer. They're supposed to be about 16, but the 16th one is a little small because of all the dough I was eating, if I'm honest. Anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna chill these, and I think I should still have enough time to bake them and eat them before I leave. Okay guys, it is the same day. I just changed what I was wearing, but it is lock-in o'clock. Ooh, these are frozen. I probably should have put them in the fridge. Yeah, now I'm running out of time because I took all my time trying to change my clothes. Because everything I put on, I hated. They're going in. Okay, let's hope I don't burn myself. Alright. And let's see how long. Let's consult the texts. 12 to 14 minutes, rotating the baking sheet once halfway through the baking time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I counted wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. There's leftover. There's the ones there. Oh no, I'm too tall now that I have my boots on. I took out the first batch, and they're like, I don't know. I just kind of suck at cooking, but I think they look delicious. They are like uber flat, but that's okay. And then this was the second batch, which I think I left in a little bit too long, but I like the depth of these ones a little more. I like my cookies real thick and chewy. 3 got a little bit squished on the pan, so they're all like misshapen and weird, but I think they're gonna be delicious. And then I have a little bit more in the oven waiting to finish being cooked. And the time 1:40. I was aiming to be done by 2 because I have to leave at like 2:15. And so yeah, I have 20 minutes. That's in the oven for 10 more minutes. I'm gonna get my milk, and I'm gonna get my nice big mug and the milk, and then I'm gonna have a cookie, and then I'm gonna tell you how delicious it is. Let's get some ASMR of this. Let the adventure begin. I mean, it's not like done cooling, but that's okay. Oh, you can't see me. I'm too tall. Mm. Yeah, you should probably let them cool so then they don't break. Yeah. Well, this is what you get when you don't wait. This is too good. It's not like got weird even big chunks with the oats or whatever. It's perfect. It's fine. It's so good. Make it. I wish you were here and you were eating this with me. I was a little skeptical because my first batch came out so like flat. I was afraid they were going to be like way too crispy crunchy. It's also hard because I'm using whole wheat flour. Whenever I make anything, it's usually not as good as whenever someone else makes it because I'm baking on hard mode with the icky gross flour. I think it just got a little funky because the first batch was obviously very frozen, and then the batches thereafter had been sitting out a little bit longer. I say this is a success. I mean, how can you go wrong with a chocolate chip cookie? Let's be so for real right now. Granny Evelyn, I hope I made you proud. You made me proud, girl. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make it if you want it. I mean, to be fair, it is just like a chocolate chip cookie. I would say this is pretty like on par with any other chocolate chip cookie recipe I would make, but I really loved doing it, and it was fun having like a different thing going on with the oats. Gave it a little bit of pizzazz, like at least with the baking experience. To me, I guess I don't have a developed enough palate to really be able to tell, but I don't know. It's good. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.